Hey guys, Logan here. Today we got update 5.2 and it's massive. I've just read it and I want to tell you everything I think you need and want to know. I will not talk about everything because everything is not that important. If you'd like to read it all, I will leave a link in the description down below. Now, let's begin. What's changed then? Starting with weapons, gadgets and specializations. Adjustments to hit marker kill and headshot kill sounds, so it will sound more like the kill sound from Battlefield 1. And they fix some issues for the flamethrowers hit damage and splash damage. And increase the Fliegerfaust projectile lifespan to 3 seconds from 1.5, meaning that the projectile will now travel up to 600 meters instead of 300. The Fliegerfaust will now fire 2 salvos of rockets instead of 3, and the delay between the bursts has been increased. Reduced Fliegerfaust accuracy when hip firing as well, and they added a missing 2x scope to the M at Garand and ensured that the iconic ping sound when ejecting a clip can now be heard by all close players and not just yourself. They added a bayonet to the M at Garand Spec 3 and improved the behavior of the sticky grenade and dynamite, and now your dynamite might go where you intended instead of blowing yourself up if you get the dynamite attached to a wall right beside you. Grenade throwbacks have now a bit more force, which allows the grenade to be thrown further away from yourself. I tend to throw the grenades and run in the same direction. That's not a good tip, don't do that. And further reduce the friendly soldier movement sound compared to enemies. You will hear the sound of the enemy footsteps louder than your friendlies. Now let's talk about the weapon changes, starting with the SMGs. SMGs will primarily receive heavy damage reduction at long range. Close range damage is only reduced on some very fast firing SMGs. This strengthens their general role as a close range weapon. Some SMGs have been revisioned to their existing damage model in a way that allows them to favor long range damage over close range performance, giving medics some more tools for range engagement. Assault rifles. The changes affect both minimum and maximum damage roughly equally, reducing close range performance more than long range performance when compared to SMGs. The M1907 SF have been revised so that you now treat it like an SMG in order to ensure the assault keeps a good option for close range gunplay. Light machine guns. Changes affect both minimum and maximum damage roughly equally, reducing close range performance more than long range performance when compared to SMGs, so same as the assault rifle. The FG42 and the LS26 are treated like SMGs, so that support may take options for a good close range weapons. Flat damage is applied for the Madsen in order to keep it as a good range LMG option, while being very weak at close range. Medium machine guns. Less recoil adjustments are expected in order to keep on using it for range limiting, since damage alone won't do that at 1200 RPM. Bullet changes put their focus on very short range or weakness at close range trade for better ranged capabilities. Semi-auto rifles. Tweaks are heavily dependent on the specific weapon. Performance is generally reduced at all ranges, but range performance should remain above average for most semi-auto rifles. Self-loading rifles. Changing damage is not viable on self-loading rifles. Adjustments made via reduced rate of fire. Shotguns. Reduced one-hit kill range for all ammo types, around 2 meters less. Pistol carbines. Mainly reduced damage with increased rate of fire. Sniper rifles. Spawn ammo target 40, so no further changes have been made to the sniper rifles. Okay, let's take a look at the soldier changes. Players getting killed within 5 seconds of being revived are now no longer unrevivable. Players can now look around while bleeding out in a dinghy boat. General melee takedown consistency improvements. Improved the positioning of the bleed out state when getting killed during a vault. Previously this could lead to the player slightly hovering above the ground. Moving over to vehicles. They fixed a bug that could cause the 40mm AA guns to have a misaligned sights. Fixed a bug that could cause tanks to become spotted on the minimap while in smoke, and the Hachi can now tow and has a visible hitch. Improved the angle that players are able to turn with weapons while being a passenger in the dinghy boat, and they fixed the airplane incendiary bomb not causing vehicle damage, so now it will. Melee attacks no longer causes damage to dinghy boats, so players can push them back into the water without worrying about damaging them. The T-34 Sherman Calliopes got a small boost in energy power, and airplane's explosive ammo splash damage fall-off curve adjusted to deal less damage over distance. airplanes' incendiary bombs reduced damage area from 10 meters to 9 meters and lowered the burn time from 2 seconds to 1.8. When I read the notes, I noticed something strange. The community manager Freeman and I think Braddock had some fun putting this sentence in the notes to see if people are actually reading the notes. I think that we can all agree that smörgåstårta is a must-try Swedish culinary experience. Nice one, and I agree, it's really good. Moving on to changes to the UI and more. Fix the bug that will cause the redeploy timer to reset on the deploy screen. Spotted soldiers that are completely hidden behind cover will no longer show a spotted icon in the world when seen from airplanes. Players no longer get plus 0 points for destroying enemy fortifications, and players are now awarded 50 points for shooting down active enemy flares. Added an option to allow players to disable the soldier rim lighting. This option is named character lighting and is available in gameplay advanced, default on. So if you want to turn it off, just head over to the options. They increased the ammo station cooldown from 20 seconds to 45 seconds and the same for the health stations. As I mentioned in previous videos, the spotting have been changed some, so here we see the changes. Players can now be aware that they are currently spotted. The minimap edges will now blink and an additional "You are spotted" text with the icon will be visible above the duration of the enemy spot. Reduced spotting duration from spotting scope and eagle eye trait for 12 seconds to 10 seconds. And reduced spotting flares duration by 20%. This means that the flare gun's flare duration is now 24 seconds instead of 30 seconds. And the radius of the spotting flare has been reduced by 25%. This means that the flare gun's radius is now 22.5 instead of 30 meters. PC specific improvements. They fixed a bug that could cause soldiers not to have the correct lighting and appear to stand in the darkness on certain AMD cards running DirectX 12. On Operation Underground, they added RTX reflections on water reflections, performance improvement related to audio logic. On Xbox, they fixed the short freeze that could happen when pressing the Xbox home button, and they fixed a bug related to sliding and using the alternative soldier button's gamepad layout. On PlayStation 4, they fixed an elusive bug that would sometimes cause the game to crash if set in Arabic location. And they fixed a bug related to sliding and using alternative soldier buttons on the gameplay layout on the PlayStation 4 as well. The estimated update size is 12GB on PC, 6.7GB on PlayStation 4 and 7.3GB on Xbox One. Okay, there you have what I think you need to know in update 5.2. Now I want to hear your thoughts, leave them down in the comment section. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more Battlefield content and leave a like. I hope to see you in my next one. This is Logan, signing out.